What's good, y'all? So, for y'all that know, I've been going down this rabbit hole of trying to minimize my exposure to microplasties because it's really all you can do is minimize your exposure. So, currently, clothing has been the biggest thing, right? So, trying to get away from things that are the closest to my body that contain microplasties. So, I went away from my underwear, went with what's this company? Um, Shinasties uh, underwear. They're expensive as all get out. But look, like nylon, spandex, um, polyester. Polyester is a huge one. I mean, there's tons of sport coaches, sport athletes that have sued their sponsors, their teams, everything for making them wear their jerseys, for shutting down their tea production and everything. Cause it's the effects of it. Do you Google research? Don't believe me. Research. Ask your Chat GTP. Do dive in and what it does to your body from absorbing it. So this is what happens, right? And so you got on your favorite jersey that's like 100% polyester, and it's on your body, and you're out there hooping or hitting the gym and working out. When you get hot, the sweat in your body releases the heat, and the microplasties in your jersey or in your drawers or in your socks or in your muscle shirt um, heat up and releases that, and it absorbs into your body, and like especially your junk, right? Down in your drawers, right? Big area, and it'll absorb down into where you need your tea, right? And next thing you know, you got a testosterone issue, and now you're on TRT. Google it if you don't believe me. Google it, do your research, and um, there's huge athletes that have sued their company, their sponsors, their basketball team, for giving them money to wear this stuff, and they've sued them for it and won. So, but try to find socks that don't contain nylon. Try to find socks that don't contain spandex. Try to find socks that don't contain, something that makes them contract to hold onto your foot. Uh, it's really difficult. I'm asking ChatGTP right now, trying to find some, right? And it's really difficult. I have yet to find one, so hence I'm making this video. Um, Even if it says 100% cotton, you got to have something to make the sock contract to go around your ankle. Um, so even if it's 100% hemp, 100% cotton, 100% wool, um, it's not. Once you actually read the description, it'll be like 24%, 34% nylon, spandex, or whatever, because it has to have the bands in it to contract around your ankle. So I'm trying to focus on areas that sweat a lot for me when I'm doing yard work, or busting down some cement, yada yada yada. You know what I mean? Because where you sweat a lot is where it's gonna end up kicking up. So my muscle shirts, my drawers, my socks, my main focuses. And then when I go do these things, I make sure I don't wear, like, I'm wearing this Gildan shirt, this Gildan muscle shirt. I go through muscle shirts like 3 or 4 when I'm working hard in the yard or on my house or whatever I'm doing, because I'm fat and my boo boo sweat. um, and these Gildan shirts, they're like a lot polyester. Um, I didn't know that. I thought they were all cotton. Um, but I should have known with the way they hug your body. Polyester has a really good pullback. And if you don't know, uh, polyester, um, all them things that I listed are all made from crude oil. The crude oil is all these things that release microplasties. Microplasties end up being embedded into your body, into your organs, and there's no way to detoxify them once they're into your organs. They're stuck in your body and they pollute your body, and there's no way to get them out. Actually, the federal government finally has released something, a big chunk of money to try to figure out a way to get them out of your body, but we don't know a way to do so because So just like we have a problem with the environment and how our environment can't biodegrade plastics, the reason being is there's nothing in nature to the reason plastics don't biodegrade in nature is because they don't exist in nature. We created them. Uh, um, so our world can take care of oil on its own, due to oil naturally existed in the world, right? But what we have created from oil, it can't. So plastics take the longest time to biodegrade over almost anything, due to we created it and there's no enzymes or bacteria to break down the composition of plastics, so they take forever to decompose. Well, our body doesn't know how to fight it off either, because we created it, and once it gets embedded into our organs or our brain matter, because 0.5% or above of each human being on the face of the planet has microplasties in our brain. Google it if you don't believe me. Right? That's just our brain, and every organ has that or a higher percentage of microplasties embedded in each one of our organs, which comes from every piece of plastic that all of our food is in, or bottled water, or anything that has microplasties in it. If you don't believe me, Google it. And our consumption of it, and it's all made from oil. I don't know why we thought it was a good idea to make things made from crude oil and put our food in it. Everything was fine when it was in glass bottles and such, which came from, sand, which is widely available all over the bodies of ocean and everywhere else, But whatever. We decided to make things out of oil and put our food and stuff in it, and now we're paying the price for it. And it's affecting everybody's health. And we have no way to figure out, or we have no idea how to get it out of our bodies. Pardon my French. But, yeah, so that's what I'm trying to fight. Trying to minimize my exposure to me first, and then try to figure out how I can do the further that effect on my children and my family. So today's day, I started out getting my coffee and everything in me, and trying to figure out how I can get me some socks and some muscle shirts that don't have spandex in them, or nylon, or whatever. And it's frustrating. If y'all know a good company that doesn't have that, drop it in the comments. I'll be forever grateful. I'm still diving down the rabbit hole. Hopefully I find one that is good. Me some ankle high, or some ankle socks that go up about boot line. So when I'm got my boots on and I'm doing my construction and stuff around my property, or out doing work, and I'm sweating hard, I got some stuff that's not releasing too much into my body. Yep, and then I can follow suit and try to find something for my kiddos so they can grow up without having as much exposure as I did throughout my life, not knowing. Amen, amen. Hope y'all have a blessed day. 100. God's good.